What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 here in the summer season of series number 9. Today we're driving around in the Plymouth CUDA that we unlocked in the last video, so if you haven't seen that, definitely go check it out. But today we're going to be finishing out the seasonal championships for the summer season and jumping into the Swamp Rally Dirt Seasonal Championship. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Alright, so our car restriction, our reward rather, is the 2015 Dodge Charger. And our car restriction for the championship is B-Class 700, and we've got to use a Mitsubishi. So I've got 3 Mitsubishis set up and ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and jump into, or let's go take a look at the races, and then we'll jump into our first one. Alright, so let's take a look at what races we've got. We've got sprint, and a circuit. Alright, starting out here with the Cascadia Trail. And we're jumping into the 1997 Mitsubishi GTO. And the share code for the tune, along with the name of the tune and name of the tuner, are up on the screen. If you want to check those out, I do give you the name of the tune and name of the tuner because sometimes a share code does change. If the tuner changes anything about the tune, whether it be something as small as tire pressure, it will change that share code. So if you can't find it, try searching from the name of the tune and or the name of the tuner. But today we're going to be going through and we're going oldest to newest. So this is the oldest Mitsubishi that we're going to be using today, and then we'll end up with newer as we go through the different events. So something else to note, you don't have to use 3 different vehicles like I am going to in this video. I do that just to provide some extra content for you guys and show you different options that can be used. So if you find one car that works out well for you, you can use it in all 3 of these races. So just be aware of that and don't spend unnecessary money in the game if you are trying to save some money. So we are already up into first though in the GTO. This thing's a little unstable feeling, but not awful. It's not completely undrivable. It's just a little unstable, but you can deal with that a little bit when you're, driving off road. I believe this has stock tires on it, which would account for that, I think. Obviously off-road tires are going to do really well for you on dirt racing, but with this being B-Class, you don't necessarily have that room, the PI room, the performance index, for that in all of these cars that we're going to be using. So I can't tell if this one's, I think it says stock tires on it, so definitely not off-road tires. And you can see that as we slide into that wall. So 3/4 of the way through the race though, we're looking good. We're still in the lead, and that's what's most important. And it really does not get some traction there though. But it's holding its own. It's at least fast enough to, counteract the lack of traction. And so you kind of take a gamble with these dirt racing events as well. Some of them are majority on the road, and so that's where stock tires would work out really well for you, is if one of those races was on the road, so you'd have grip, where off-road tires would kind of give you that disadvantage off on the road. So but we did get first there. We did get 20 points for coming in first. We were 6 seconds ahead of Drivatars, which is a really good lead. If I hit continue, this is that championship leaderboard. That is important. So we'll talk about this a little bit, talk about it and take a better look at it after the second race. But we'll go ahead and jump into our next car and into that next race. All right, here we go with the TULUM Trail. And we're jumping into the 1999 Lancer Evolution 6 GSR. So the share code for the tune name of the tune and name of the tuner will be up on the screen now. And we'll see what this thing can do. This is actually my favorite Lancer that's in the game. It's my most used Lancer that's in the game. I just find that it just works out better than most of the other ones. Not that I've given the other ones that much of a chance after kind of falling in love with this one. So we will give another Lancer a chance in the next race, but we're already up in the first in our Evo 6, and it's just kind of putting on a show like it always does for us. So just gonna hang out here up in the front. If you don't have an Evo 6, I would suggest that you just go ahead and buy one in the game. It's at least for me, I use it in a ton of the different events that require a rally car. There's a lot of I think it's a retro rally car is what this one is. A lot of the Subaru versus Mitsubishi. There's a lot of like all-wheel drive specific things for the seasonal events, and this thing just worked out wonders for those, as it is doing right now. As we go through all of the swamp. Here's some of those more shallow portions of the water. Yeah, this thing handles better than most other cars that I feel like I've driven on here. But onto the road we go for a little bit. Jumping back off-road here in just a second. Going through some more of the swamp. This thing does have stock tires on it as well. But I feel like it just handles a lot better than that GTO did. About 65-ish% through this race. So not really a drive car in sight. We've got one peeking through on the mini map every now and then, but doing pretty good to keep them behind us and in the distance. Ooh, that was not a great turn. Alright, so we messed up there, but we've still got a good enough lead that it doesn't really matter. There's one drivatar that's kind of close to us, but really not close enough to make our lives hard right now. Shallower part there, and get on the road. Do more of a dash to the finish, and I'm trying to take these turns a little too wide. But now we've just got a road portion to round out this race. And we shouldn't have any issue here. The road's a little wet too, so we may have to slow down a bit for that. Just kind of slide through it maybe, but handles those turns with no issue, and we've gotten some distance on that drivatar again. So there we go. First place finish. Should get us 20 more points on the championship. And we had a 5-second, even after messing up. So there we go. So 20 more points. You can see we're up to 40 in total on the championship going into the last race. So the important thing is you do not have to come in first place in all 3 of these races. You just have to make sure you have enough points at the end of the 3 races on this leaderboard to be in first. So go ahead and jump into our last car and knock out that last race. Alright, last race here, the Mangrove Scramble. And we're going to jump into it in the 2004 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 8 MR. We'll see what this thing can do. The share code for the tune, along with the name of the tune and name of the tuner, will be up on the screen, as always, and we'll see if this thing can hold its own through here. This one is rocking off-road tires, so we will see a significant difference as we won't be sliding around while we're off-road as much. And hopefully this one isn't a dirt race that's more on-road than off, but not looking so great so far. We are pretty far back, but through here is where we should start gaining those positions. And we just went in really hot there. That's fine. with that, we've gotten moved up to second place, and we're fighting for first. So we should be able to get past first place here through these turns, I would think. Got Evo 10 that we're racing against. Boot them out of the way a little bit. So up into first. You gotta play a little dirty with the drivatars sometimes to get around them in these events, and you know, kind of use them to your advantage as you need to. So we are up into first, and we are about to go through the start-finish line as we do. So just to keep this video from being unnecessarily long, I'm gonna go ahead and skip towards the end of the third lap, unless anything interesting or funny happens in the duration between there. So I'll see you guys here in just a sec. Alright, and around the final big turn there, got a pretty good lead on most of the drivatars. Evo 8 did pretty good. I still prefer the Evo 6, but that's just my opinion. Either one will work pretty well for you. Alright, but that gets us 20 more points. We were 4 seconds ahead of the other drivatar, or the closest drivatar that is. No, we do not want to restart. So that gets us 60 points in total on the championship, which will give us that victory and unlock that Charger Hellcat for us in the garage. Alright, but there we go. That is Swamp Rally complete here in the summer season of series number 9. I hope you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful. If you did either, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely get subscribed for future Forza Horizon 5 content just like this. I'll have the rest of the festival playlist videos going out throughout the day. So if you are having issues with something, definitely go check the rest of those out. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you in the next video.